This video is a call to awareness, a call to stop and think about what happens when Black and brown people serving in the human service, social service fields say no to working above and beyond. Let's talk DSPs and frontline supervisors, why human service staff cannot quiet quit. Be sure to take a moment to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and to comment below on what you would like to see more of, or any comments or feelings that you have about this video. So in my first video on my channel, I discussed the video title was for DSPs and supervisors in the human services. Why do staff leave the field? The true DSP crisis. I discussed justice and the lack thereof that may be felt in the human service frontline roles. So let's talk quiet quitting. Quiet quitting is actually oppressive language. It's language that demonizes employees, and what it does really is very threatening, right? Because really, quiet quitting isn't any type of quitting at all. It's really about employees in any field deciding that they want to just do the job that they were hired to do, and to be able to say no when something above and beyond is asked of them. And that's pretty much what that's about. However, people who are in charge of the systems, those are things that are a bit threatening. So a term like quiet quitting sounds very negative, when in fact it is not a negative thing. So imagine frontline staff saying no, when we know what it's like to work in the field, when you're expected to do extra shifts, when you're expected to manage group settings that are understaffed, when the responsibility falls on you above and beyond what you are actually prepared and trained for, and beyond any rules and systems or policies that the agency even has in place to protect you. So that puts a lot of pressure back on an employee. So saying no as a frontline staff or supervisor in human services can create backlash and feelings of guilt. So, and again, it's like being silenced against advocating against unfair labor practices, pretty much. And it also speaks about Black excellence being used against you. Is exploitation. Again, being oppressive language and it working against the employees advocating for themselves and for fair labor practices. It also presents, again, a double-edged sword of what Black excellence is and how it can be used against you, and in a way that exploits. So this is something that I've discussed in my video, why DSPs and supervisors in the human service field need to reject Black excellence today. So remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notifications on this channel, and let me know what your thoughts are about this topic. So the next video that I'm planning to do is about social determinants of health, which also speaks back to this, right? Again, we're talking about Black excellence, and if we're thinking about white supremacy, which I talk about in both videos I've referenced, well, at least in one of the other videos that I've referenced here, we talk about white supremacy as systems in place that are embedded in our systems that work against the well-being of staff that's inherent in the systems. So the next video, I'd like to discuss social determinants of health, which are actually principles and models that human service fields in healthcare, Medicaid funded service providers are trying to apply to support the population served. But these are in fact things that can also support the staff served, who also live in the same communities with the people that they serve, where these organizations are. So that's something that I would like to spend some time talking about in another video. So in the comment section, let me know what your take on all of this is, right? And again, this video is really, it's about the topic of quiet quitting, which a lot of people are discussing right now. But again, in the human service fields, there's so much conversation that is lacking. And I can imagine several reasons for that. And it's probably inherent in some of the conversation that we're having here right now, right? With that fear of backlash, right? That fear of being oppressed in places where you're expected and required to go above and beyond, even when it's something that is above and beyond your well-being in a negative way. Things that are harmful to the employees, which in fact become harmful to the population served. So let me know what you think about that. This is an open conversation. Let's discuss. Okay, so like, comment, and subscribe. And I look forward to sharing my next video with you on social determinants of health.